Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Travis, back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today we are taking a look at Mafex 216 Bane. And this is from Batman Nightfall, which is strange because this says it's a Batman Nightfall version. This is the Night Crusader Batman. But it doesn't say anything about this being Batman Nightfall. But on the back of this box, he is breaking that Batman's back. So, are they from the same? Are they from the same cartoon? This is so strange. This is just strange. Why didn't if this is Nightfall Bane, wouldn't he come from the same cartoon? Batman Nightfall. Why doesn't it say it on this box? Does it say it on the back? No, it doesn't say it on the back either. That is super weird. But anyway, Nightfall Bane. I don't know what is happening here with their packaging and their advertisement for these two figures. That is so strange to me. Anyway, that's it for the box. We're here to look at the figure anyway. Actually, I'll leave that there. Let's go ahead and take a look at him up close, because this dude is really freaking cool, and he is big, really big. I love it. You know, Mafex has a problem with making large characters. Making large characters be large, and they actually allowed him to be large for Mafex, I should say. And when you see the Batman next to him, you'll understand what I'm saying. This is big for Mafex. This is arguably how big. I would argue this is how big their Spider-Man their Venom figure should have been. Now, granted, that Venom figure was made years ago. But yes, this is the kind of girthiness that I want in a Bane figure. This boy is thick with two C's, and I would argue that that Venom should have been thick like this too. Now, I understand that Venom was coming. That they were doing a different. They were referencing a different Venom. I do understand that Venom looked different at some points in the comic. That's fine. I just prefer a girthy Venom. That's all I'm saying. So don't come for me in the comments. I already got one troll already. I finally got my first troll, by the way. That wants to argue with me about dumb stuff. You can't argue facts about some figures. It's just ridiculous. But you know, some people I would say like to white knight for certain companies, and I'm not that person. So I will call out the flaws of a figure when I see it. And that's it. You know, I'm going to be nothing but 100% honest about how I feel about a figure. And if a figure is trash because of defects in that figure, that's a fact. That's not my opinion. If a figure is falling apart when I'm trying to pose it, that figure is trash despite the aesthetics. It might look good, but if you can't pose an action figure without it falling apart in your hand, that figure is missing a fundamental part of action figures, which is the articulation. If it's missing a fundamental part, that figure is trash. I don't care if the figure looks horrible, but it can pose very well. It's trash because it looks like shit. If it looks like shit, then it's shit. So some people don't understand that. Don't understand it. It doesn't matter. If I might like the way a figure looks, but if the rest of the figure is horrible, then it's trash. Especially when they overcharge you for something. Especially when they overcharge you for a figure and they give you subpar construction. No, it's unacceptable. It's trash. Anyway, that was a small little rant there for trolls that want to come for me in my comments. Anyway, yeah, this Bane looks really good. I will say this. I guess never mind. I was going to say I would prefer to have opted for a head swap, but because of these these tubes right here, I can understand why they decided to do just a face swap, but you can clearly see a gap in between, and I cannot get that to go away. So that's an issue, but it's just a minor issue. Other than that, he looks really, really good. Properly veiny, properly veiny in his chest. The paint for his top piece here, his shirt, I guess you can call this, is not quite a tank top. I don't know what you would call that. The black painting looks good. It's nicely lined. Mine doesn't have any particular overspray into the skin. Like, there is shading all throughout the skin. I don't know why they don't do this on more figures. Like, give us shading, give us more shading. More shading is always good. Like this one, I like the shading on this one. This is how they should always look. Every figure should have shading in it. I don't care what you say. But yeah, his boots are painted very nicely with the laces. I think those are those. I can't tell on camera. I think those are gray, right? If I look off here, yeah, I think those are gray. They're painted gray. Yeah, you can hardly tell with the contrast of this dark gray to this black. So the laces almost look black. The belt looks really good. Nicely done with this belt. It is a floaty belt. I do like that. I like the hair all over his arms and his hairy ass back. The tubing looks really good, and it doesn't seem to hinder the articulation. So that looks really good. The paint on his mask looks excellent. The zipper looks really good. This dude is put together very nicely. Very nicely. Well done, Mafex. That's what I'm talking about. This is what we look how thick he is. The thighs are properly thick. The arms are properly thick. The boots are nice and big. You can argue maybe he has too, nah, his feet ain't too big. They're perfect. This dude is done very nicely. Now you can argue there's some issues going on with his shoulders up here. Because I prefer on most Mafex to have the shoulders up like that. And sometimes it can look a little funny. But it you know, that's not that big a deal. Guess what they don't do? Guess what they don't do that companies like SH Figure Arts does with big chunky figures? They didn't hollow out his armpit. Look at that. Look at this SH Figure Arts. You can make a chunky figure and not hollow out the armpits. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Anyway, but yeah, he looks really good. So I'm loving this guy. I am loving. This is my only Bane. So this is my definitive Bane in my collection. I might go for that McFarlane 2-pack Bane with their Night Crusader Batman, I guess you could say, or Nightfall Batman. I might try to grab that one because that Bane looks pretty good too, and he's really big. But most of the McFarlane figures are trash, and then he has the nerve to crowdfund for a figure, and then the tiers. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about the tiers. Anyway, the tiers are ridiculous. I say that, and I'm probably going to support that Kickstarter because I do love me some Spawn. But the Batman DC figures are trash for the most part. But anyway, this Bane is awesome. Let's get on to accessories. So he has some open hands. Now I do have some overspray on mine from the black glove to the thumb. It's not that big a deal to me, but I do have to call it out. There is some overspray there. More open hands here. So they are painted nicely. You can obviously tell that the paint, this part of his glove that's supposed to be showing his skin, they got it close enough. It's clearly not quite the same as his fingers, but it's close enough. I'll give that a pass. From the naked eye close, like zoomed in on the camera, you can tell the difference, but just your human eye, just staring at it, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now this one is horribly painted. This looks terrible. This hand is horrendously painted. Wow, that one is painted really bad. Look at this hand. This hand is ugh. All right. Then we got some pointy finger hands. So that looks pretty good. And we have the Superman hands. Also some overspray there. Oh my God, look at that thumb on this hand. Man. Oh man, yeah, this one's painted pretty horribly too. Look at this, look at that overpaint there. Jesus Christ, the hands are Ugh. Luckily, I'm gonna keep the fist hands on him. And then we have his angry face. Now, this is probably the face I'm gonna use because this face is awesome. Nice and angry. Bane should always be angry. Bane should always be angry. But yeah, that is it for accessories. All right, now for articulation. Now, obviously, we have the typical bent. Oh, it's not a bent peg. Oh no, yeah, it is. Okay, it is bent. It is slightly bent, but not as bent as they usually are. So that's pretty good. All right, so he can look up that much down very nicely. He does have a ball peg in his neck, but you don't really use it that much. But that head can go all around anywhere, even with this very soft plastic tube here. That's awesome. Great articulation in his head. Obviously, he can go past parallel with his shoulders. Obviously, well, you can't go all the way around with this arm, but you can obviously with this one. We do have bicep swivel here. Then he can get past 90 on his elbow with that big chunky arm. Nicely done, nicely done. And then obviously typical hinge ball peg on the wrist there. Then for the torso, you do get a twist there. He does get a little gappy and a little shelvy right there, kind of a gut. I don't even know if you call it a gut. It's like just like a shelf when he comes back. He does actually crunch forward very nicely, and you do get plenty of side to side. I don't know why you would ever have him pose like this, so that's not that big of a deal. You can cover up that gap like so that's fine. Then if you want him to go back even further, doesn't look like there's really too much going on with the joint. Oh no, then yeah, he can go really far forward with that bottom stomach joint, or should I say waist joint, and you get a lot of twist out of that one too. So a lot of times with these Mafex figures, they're kind of stuck in the waist, but he's pretty good there. This is a floaty belt, so you can move that out the way if you need to. He can get a nice front kick. Backwards, not so much, butt cheeks. Well, look at that. He has better splits than the Batman does. Why? Why? Bane is more flexible than Batman. That's amazing. Mafex, what are we doing here? We do have a thigh swivel there, not too bad. And then we do have a nice over 90 degrees with that knee. And then we do have a nice ankle there, up that far. Oh, you can't really get down. Can you get? That's about as far down as you can get. That's fine. It's a big chunky boot. And then, can I get an ankle rocker out of this? That's gonna be. Oh, that's a little rough. I can't get that one to go. I can't really get an ankle rocker out of that. Huh. Interesting. It might work, but I can't get mine to work. I got it a little bit on this. Is it just more of a twist? Is that why? Is it a twist? No, for some reason that foot I can't get it, but this one I can kind of get a ankle rocker out of that one. And then do we have a toe joint? Yep, and we have a relatively good toe joint there. Yeah, articulation is pretty good on this guy. Articulation is pretty good on this guy. All right, let's go ahead and get onto some comparisons, and then we can get the hell up out of here. Alrighty, and here he is next to I would just call him Nightfall Batman, because I think that's what he's supposed to be. And then we got Steel. Steel is my next biggest Mafex figure, and Bane is towering over him. Well, maybe not towering, but he's quite a bit bigger than him. And then you can obviously see him next to the Batman. Like this is the size that I want Batman to be to Bane. Now the McFarlane one is way oversized to fit this particular Batman, but I do just want a gigantic Bane. But did I say McFarlane Batman? I meant the McFarlane Bane and Batman 2-pack that's out or coming out. But yeah, this. Let's be honest, this is the only comparison that really counts. I'll do one more comparison, but this is really the comparison that counts, because this is the Batman that you're going to pair him with. So, but anyway, that's what he looks like with them. All right, and here he is next to some other large figures. Now, I think this Marvel Legends She-Hulk is with her hair it might be taller than Bane. I think she is. And then we got SH Figure Arts Rainbow Mika. But yeah, that She-Hulk is huge. But that's it for comparisons. All right, in conclusion, this dude is awesome. Easily one of my favorite figures of the year. Easily. I probably will do my top 10 figures of the year at the end of the year. So stay tuned for that at the end of the year. But he is definitely going to be in the top 10. This dude is awesome. I love it. Definitely snatch him. I think he sold out everywhere though, because this is kind of a late review. But he's awesome. If you can snatch him up if you already have it. Anyway, that's it for the review. Comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.